So as
You
the
know,
movie portrayed him to be going through a tough spot, of falling off and his money not
stop
right.
it. Cut it out.
False.
I live with it.
Yeah.
But no falling off.
Mhm.
He had Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Right.
They were the biggest selling rap group of all time at that time.
Yeah.
You feel me? They brought in a new sound. He wasn't falling off. He had me.
Mhm.
The Compton City G's sound like it was falling off.
Right.
Nobody cares about all this other goofy
Yeah.
make hit records.
Mhm.
Because nobody cares about who is this and who's big and who knew him. And you ain't heard a peep out of me, have you?
Mhm.
Because it's the truth.
March 1995,
Mm.
Eazy passed away.
Mm.
So were you living with him prior to his death?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I started growing up
Mm-hmm.
and I started getting them royalties from Paperboy.
Uh-huh.
So I think I went to the mailbox and had a check for like $57,000.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm meeting girls.
Yeah.
I moved in with my baby mama,
Mm-hmm.
got her a spot, us a spot, and
Mm-hmm.
just was getting away from. Okay, so put it like this, man. I started seeing why resentment is there when a guy when you're up under someone
Mm-hmm.
and you want to be, as a man, you want to
Mhm.
be by yourself,
Right.
and you start thinking, like I started seeing what the real issue was. Like, I don't want you to buy my cars.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to own
Mhm.
I want to own my own stuff. I
Right.
want to,
Right.
and Eazy would sort of kind of take care of you.
I got you.
You feel
Not
me?
not give you what you earn necessarily, but
But
take
yeah,
care of
you
you.
good.
Yeah. I got you.
And I was good.
I got
but I
you.
still wanted,
Yeah.
like when I would go buy a car, they
Yeah.
would be like, I could have got you another better deal. Take
Yeah.
that back. And I'd be like, nah, I chose it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was,
Yeah.
it was like I was getting away from, I'm
Yeah.
growing up.
Yeah.
And so, I moved out
Mm-hmm.
and I started doing my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of like, he started seeing, and then he started getting sick.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know because I didn't live with him. I started, my stuff was over there, but I had
Mhm.
already had my own spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of moving out to
Mhm.
be independent,
Right.
but not away from Ruthless.
Right.
But just be independent
Yeah,
as a man.
for sure.
And I kind of like didn't see him for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Shari called me and told me that he got put in the hospital because he couldn't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I ran into him one time before that, and he was wheezing, and he had
Mhm.
cut me a check for some royalties.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't see him probably maybe 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And, I would still be in the studio,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't see him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He was, either he was sick or he was dealing with a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm dealing with a whole lot as being,
Right.
in my life.
Right.
And once he got really sick, I didn't see him.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a chance to see him in the hospital.
Wow.
And, they weren't letting nobody in.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And all I had was the last time I saw him.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't really look sick.
Mm-hmm.
But he had those things that you get in the corner of your mouth. He had
What?
sort of like, kind of like something going on. When I looked at him, I could tell something
was
wasn't
going on.
right.
Really?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Like
What
he
is-
had,
What is that like?
I don't know. It's sort of like the way his skin looked, just the way he
Okay.
looked kind of peaked in the face.
Oh, I see.
He had
Yeah.
lost a little bit of weight,
Okay.
but he always had bronchitis.
Right.
So he carried around an
Inhaler.
inhaler.
Yeah.
And so I thought nothing of it,
Okay.
but he just looked a little
Mhm.
strange and was
Yeah.
kind of not standoffish, but kind of, you could tell something was on his mind. He
Oh.
would always have acupuncture in his head to
Mhm.
keep his stress down. That's how,
Mm.
what kind of level of stress he had on him.
Damn.
Because we used to get kind of, hate letters at the
Oh,
house. and-
Really?
Yeah, man.
Hate
Yeah.
letters like
We
in
gonna
reference
kill
to what?
you, and
Really? Why? In reference to what?
I don't know. That
Uh-huh.
it was a lot of
Mm-hmm.
hatred from Aryan Nation type stuff. And
Really?
Yeah.
But why
like,
though?
don't know.
That's just because that's
I
what
think
they do.
there was a time where I think I don't know if it was the CIA, but some organization found a list of all the top Black billionaires that were going to be taken down before the year 2000.
Okay.
and his name was on the list.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think
Wow.
Eyewitness News, he had to be on the news about
Damn.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were getting all types of crazy stuff happening. You know, I know a lot of stuff because I lived with him.
Yeah.
So where everybody thinks that they know, but they
Yeah.
don't know.
So as
You
the
know.
movie portrayed him to be going through a tough spot, you
Mm.
know, of falling off and his money not
Stop
right.
it. Cut it out.
False.
I lived with him,
Yeah.
but no falling off.
Mm-hmm.
He had Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Right.
They were the biggest selling rap group of all time at that time.
Yeah.
You feel me? They brought in a new sound. He wasn't falling off. He had me.
Mm-hmm.
The Compton City G's sound like it was falling off.
Right.
Like,
Real shit.
yeah, he wasn't falling off, man.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like there's a Hollywood side that has to make things be portrayed
Right.
a certain way.
And especially considering who's telling the story.
Yeah, all day. Yeah. And it wasn't told by a lot of people that loved him. It was,
Right.
you know,
That's what I'm saying.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Right.
it was produced by one person that loved him,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody else,
Yeah.
I don't think they cared too much for him. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Like,
Wow.
just to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Did you living with him and being so close to him? Did you see? I mean, did you see? Was his lifestyle that where you could say, yeah,
No, that all happened before me. He was
okay,
he had women,
mm-hmm.
but they were like the mains.
Mhm.
So it would be this person,
Mhm.
person, and that person.
Right.
Anything else he didn't bring in
Right.
around me.
Right.
So I only knew 3 that
Okay.
he cared about.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I didn't see anything that could have led up to that.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, I'm coming in
yeah,
past NWA
right.
and
yeah, the
past
crazy,
dope
crazy
dealing
young,
days,
yeah,
past-
yeah,
like you got to
yeah.
remember, this is
Yeah,
Eazy-E from the 80s.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So this, anything could have happened from that time.
That's true.
Yeah.
yeah.
But just
So once he passes away, are you still signed to Ruthless? Or are you still?
I'm still signed to Ruthless, but I'm
Mhm.
in negotiation with Brian Turner to get my
At
own
Priority.
label.
Yeah.
Shari bought. Eazy used to bring me up to the office. I rode with him
Mhm.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So Brian Turner would see me every day
Mm-hmm.
because I would get up. Eazy would wake me up at 6 a.m. just to roll out with him because he's been up all night for me to keep him from falling asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And he would leave Calabasas and come all the way to Norwalk to grab me to take me back to Calabasas. And on his way back at 8:30, 9 in the morning, we go eat at Roscoe's, leave Roscoe's and go straight up to Priority.
Mm-hmm.
He would have meetings with Brian Turner that this is somebody that he didn't care too much about based on money situations with Ruthless
Right.
and all. He was like,
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
anyway, I mean, things that I can't say, but
Yeah. No, all good.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But Brian Turner, the owner of Priority, signed me to a label deal
Uh-huh.
after he passed away.
Oh,
So I had to give up my deal with Ruthless
okay.
in order to get
Oh,
out. In
I
order for
see.
me to go, I had a choice to stay with Ruthless
Yeah.
or leave.
Okay.
And I didn't know what was going to happen
Yeah.
with Ruthless.
Right.
So here I got my own label deal. I
Yeah.
knew nothing about that
Yeah.
and the politics that went with that.
Exactly.
So Brian Turner just liked my beats, and I would just go in the office and play him new shit, and he'd be
Yeah.
like, "Man, that's gonna go platinum." And he signed me personally. No A&R man did it, none of that.
Right.
So I had to deal with the hate of industry bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me? Like it
Uh-huh.
wasn't about me being a dope producer.
Right.
It was about the other politics that went with it.
Right.
I had no buffer to protect me from that garbage.
Yeah. So you didn't have Jerry. Jerry didn't kind of want to come in and.
No, I didn't. I kind of left. I left all that. Jerry was battling, trying to get
Ruthless, because yes,
Ruthless.
you're right, because he was battling with Tamika. Yeah.
Yeah, and all of that I just didn't get involved in.
I got
I just skated because
got
Brian
you.
Turner was offering me a deal.
Uh-huh.
And so, my girl Shari and her godfather, which is a big lawyer, they negotiated the deal for me
Yeah.
over with Brian Turner. So
Yeah.
I got a nice little chunk of change, and
Nice.
so
you see all the fallout
Mhm.
after Eazy dies, right? Tamika takes over.
Mhm.
What were your thoughts on her taking over and what she, do you think that she was capable? Was she
no.
okay?
As far as like on the ill stuff, no.
Uh-huh.
She cared about him.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got like people don't, you know, from everybody to Tracy to all the baby mamas to everybody, like they had to understand something. This is somebody that I would see. I would be at the house for Thanksgiving. Tamika was his girl to me. So I was cool. I was close with her. Like I'm probably the only one that everybody, like when people see me, they see Eazy. Anybody that's on the label, like they know how close we was. They know that I was that dude over there. You feel me? And I was that dude at a young age with no guidance after he passed. So I made a lot of choices that probably weren't conducive to what I thought my path was going to be, but it led me to where I was going.
Right.
But you know, me and Tamika real cool.
Okay.
Like
you feel like
I
she
produced.
Do you feel like she did justice by Ruthless? Do you feel like she handled it, took it over, and
business wise on keeping it, like she's a businesswoman. So keeping publishing, keeping it afloat that way. Is she is she Eazy-E? No.
Right. Now I have heard that she does do good in that part. And in terms of administrating and the publishing and all of that, I heard that she's good on that
because she used to work with Clarence Avant.
Yeah, right.
She's not a dummy.
Right.
She's a smart woman.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I did hear
and I
that.
think it's a lot of jealousies that everyone else might have that I can't get in between all of that weirdo shit.
Right.
Because I'm rhythm. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm the liaison to help all you motherfuckers out. But you too silly and too bitter to listen to me.
Right.
You feel me? From the kids to everybody.
Wow.
Fuck with me.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like, stop it.
Yeah.
You need hit records.
At the end of the day, that's what it's
music.
about. That's what it's about.
Yeah. What the fuck are you doing? Nobody cares about all this other goofy shit.
Yeah.
Make hit records. Because nobody cares about who is this and who's big and who knew him. And you ain't heard a peep out of me, have you? Because it's the truth. I stand by these beats in my real hip hop legacy. I don't give two fucks about nothing else. You feel me? It's hit records. I don't care nothing about gangster shit or none of that. I've been around some of the most killer gangster shit on the planet. I know everybody from you name it as brothers. You feel me? Me and Terry Carter was like this. You dig? I ran Terry Carter's label on the production tip. I had a whole group of artists. You feel me? Before Terry Carter died, he tried to get back into the industry and make something different and positive. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at it. Suge Knight, Terry Carter, Eazy-E. I mean, think about it. I've been through hell and back with all of these brothers, man.
I'm home court, it's standing trial. Why ain't I see you round back when I was down? Karma's on the way. What goes around comes around. Karma's on the way. There's nothing you could do now. You gotta pay.